I would like to invite Mr. P. Venkat Raman on stage. Venkat is a seasoned runner and the founder of You Too Can Run, India's largest running focused sports management company. He is a CA by profession, judge and mentor for the Eureka Business Plan competition of IIT Bombay. He currently sits on the board of 3 companies with a strength exceeding 2,500 team members. Venkat will talk to us about the evolution of the sports ecosystem in India. Over to you, Venkat.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Um, my name is Venkat, and of course, I run a sports management company that's focused on running. So you can guess that I'm a runner with the way I look. Okay. so I'm here to tell you about how sports management is growing in our country, from where I see it, and what are the opportunities for you, and what areas might interest you of it, etc. And it helps to think of the sports management and break down that entire ecosystem by various components of the ecosystem. In every ecosystem there are various components. Okay, so the first component that I'll take is regulatory and governance and regulations. We know for a number of years that we have not been doing well in sports. Commonwealth में medals नहीं मिलता है, Olympics में medals नहीं मिलता है. That's a fairly common known thing. But do you notice a change that's happening in the last couple of years? Correct. We have had people winning gold medals. Shooters have come out. Boxers have come out. Mary Kom story is there. Badminton, we are doing very well. All this cannot happen if there was no underlying ground level changes that have come in 5 years back, 6 years back, because all these things take time to percolate and start giving benefits. One of the most important things that has happened is that we now have, I think for the first time in our history as a nation, a sportsman as a sports minister. Ratan Singh Rathod is a very good accomplished sportsman, and to have him as a sports minister means that there is a direction to that entire effort, which is a fantastic thing to happen. Many things have happened. For example, there is a lot of public partnership that has come into place now. For example, there was an event called Khelo India, which happened in Delhi, and it was a fantastic event, privately funded, privately sponsored, under a government banner, and the entire Jawaharlal Nehru was taken over, etc. There is a rule now that play for 1 hour in the school. That every child must play for 1 hour in the school. It's becoming part of the mandatory syllabus. Okay, and some of them will become sportsmen. Correct. Go- you know, Courts are now interceding into sports organizations, regulatory organizations. Many of you are probably aware that the BCCI got broken down by the Loda Commission, and they said that no, this is not the way to do it, and cricket should be cleaned, etc. And all that monopoly of people who are not players have been removed from cricket. In many other sports, similar things are happening. As as children, now in my age, it was always padhai kar, khelna mat. But now, many parents do not mind encouraging their children to become sportsmen. For example, there are now in sports such rather arcane sports like running, ultra running. There are 3 Indians who have decided to become full-time ultra runners and only make a living out of prize money and sponsorship money. Kyren D'Souza is one of them. He's from Bangalore. He's from Nagpur. Lives in Bangalore. Trains in Manali. He's running all over the place. He runs like 200 kilometers, 300 kilometers. Ultra running has now become an accepted sport by the Athletic Federation of India. So, these are things that are happening in the governance stage. Next, it helps to look at what is happening in the infrastructure stage. If you have traveled abroad, if you have been to US, UK, you know that every neighborhood has a baseball stadium, a sporting complex, a track. Every school has a basketball court, things like that. We unfortunately lack. We don't have that infrastructure. Governments are going out and creating infrastructure for the benefit of its citizens. If you go to Goa, for example, okay, every small town has got a sporting complex, which is privately funded, privately managed, but with the state government, putting in the land and money. So even in the infrastructure part, lot of improvement is coming. If you go to the stadiums now, the Wankhede Stadium or anything, you'll see that the stadiums are far different from what they used to be about 20 years back when we used to go. Correct? There's a lot of improvement coming into the infrastructure part. If you take sports and media and sponsorships, which are like kind of interlinked, Star Sports and Sony Entertainment Network have more or less divided all sporting properties into this country. It's a duopoly, which means that these two people control almost all the events, be it kabaddi, be it football, be it cricket, be it badminton, be it boxing, be any of the leagues. They more or less between the two of them, where they control, they outbid each other. There was a very large sum paid now to get the IPL rights for the next 3 years. And there's a huge amount of money coming into media. And this is going to percolate down. This entire money is going to percolate down because the entire ecosystem is going to get infused with this money that is being bid. Advertisers are now paying money. Brands are sponsoring sporting events. I remember, many years back, it would be so difficult to get, brands to come and sponsor a running event. Today, it's not very difficult. You go, you make a good pitch, you see brands giving you a good this. If you take funding, funding and financing, uh, Peace, for example, one P has created a sports sector specific fund. Means that the private equity investor has gone and he has collected millions of dollars. I don't remember the fund size, but that fund is going to invest only in sporting properties. So be it a football league, be it a squash league, be it a stadium, be it a team, whatever it is. Leagues are becoming very big property. We all heard of the IPL, but how many people know about the APL? The APL is the Aurangabad Premier League. 8 teams. Each team is bid in crores in Aurangabad. The stadium is as well done as Wankhede, the stadium in Aurangabad. It's televised locally by the cable television. The local newspaper Lokmat supports it. In small towns like this, there is so much of activity in the sporting arena. Running events, which is my domain. Uh, at one point of time, there used to be one event, and then we should know the next event, which used to be after, like, say, 1 month. I'm talking of Bombay, okay? Today, though I'm in the business of running in Bombay, I do not know how many running events are there in Bombay on any particular weekend. Somebody says, "Arey, wo Kandivli ka run mein gaya tha." Somebody says, "Navi Mumbai mein ek half marathon ho gaya." And I don't know. It's just too much, to keep track of. The market, and this is just running, in almost all sports, it's becoming like that. Cycling events, it's becoming like that. Badminton tournaments, it's becoming like that. Cricket tournaments, it's becoming like that. Huge amount of money, huge amount of sponsorship, huge amount of, leagues, huge amount of interest, lot of government, funding, lot of changes in regulations, uh, changes in societal approach towards, sports as a career, which is why the sports management institutes like Ironwoods are, in business. Otherwise they wouldn't get students at all. And, all this is happening in the ecosystem. And I just want to say that, I've been around the block a couple of times in terms of economy. And I've seen 3 booms. Okay, 94, 96, there was the non-financial, non-banking financial company, financial services company boom. There was an IPO boom, and there were a lot of companies coming out with financial issues that were connected to the financial services market. They were brokers, they were underwriters, they were leasing companies, hire purchase companies. Lots of companies were coming out and making IPOs and becoming big. Kotak all came out of that boom. They were non-entities before that boom. So I've seen that boom. Sometime around 10, 15 years back, there was the IT and BPO boom. Okay, information IT companies were booming. BPO companies were booming. Companies like Cognizant, Wipro, Infosys, all came out of that boom. Large names that we know them to be. Okay, I see boom in sports management. We are at the cusp of that boom. Okay, this boom is going to last for the next 5, 7 years, and it's going to throw up huge opportunities. There are going to be opportunities across the ecosystem. I mean, you can decide whether you want to be an entrepreneur, which is what my predecessing, speaker spoke about, how to become an entrepreneur and take a table in a co-working space like this. Or you can middle a career if you want, more job oriented, you don't want to take risk. It's going to be about a huge. The support services that sports require is booming. be it physios, be it trainers, be it masseurs, be it, equipment providers, be it dealers, you know, people like us who support running events, we are seeing a boom, correct? And and this boom is what you all are going to be part of. What you all make of that boom, what you all get entry, will depend a lot upon how you direct the course of affairs of your own lives. Okay. And let me just end by saying that I'm really envious of you. You all are young. You all have got the entire, the sky in front of you. Make the best of it. Thank you very much.